Hey everyone, it's Zach with Z Squared Gaming. I do actually have a new video for you guys. This is actually a pickup video for the full month of September. As I mentioned in my previous pickup videos, that we are getting kind of towards the fall here in Minnesota, so the garage sales are not as abundant as they have been this summer. And it's actually kind of been a little bit slower summer in general as well. Not quite sure if the economy has anything to do with that or anything like that, but if, I've still picked up some good, decent stuff, but it's been harder to find just kind of good deals at garage sales this year. So haven't found as much stuff at thrift stores either, but I still go, still check them out, still pick up stuff for resale. Not necessarily video games, but I do that just to kind of further my collection along. So I do sell stuff on eBay, and then I have actually set up an Amazon account as well too. So I do sell like sealed stuff there, like board games and that kind of thing too. So I'll just kind of get into what I have for my pickups for the month of September. Hopefully this won't be too long, but I'll actually just start with the games that I already had that I picked up from different places, and if I remember where I picked them up, I'll actually tell you guys. So I'll kind of just go through the ones, like I said, that are doubles, and I'll just kind of go through what I have picked up. I kind of have them organized for systems, and start with here. I'll actually start with Nintendo. First one here is the Trash Pack for the 3DS. This is actually a sealed copy. Doesn't go for very much. I actually picked this up at a swap, and I actually got it for less than what the person was asking for it. He just wanted to get rid of it, and he saw that I was a video game vendor at that swap. So picked that up for $5. I think it's worth like 7 or 8 or something like that. So maybe in the future it'll be harder to find. We'll see. I might just throw it up anyways just to kind of get rid of it, but we'll see. I might I actually have a kind of a spot where I have all my sealed stuff that I'm kind of hoarding, I suppose you could call it, for future either trade or selling. Hopefully it will, at some point get to kind of worth something. So I might just do that. And so to kind of continue on here, the next system here is for the Nintendo Wii. I did pick up Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition. That was at a garage sale. I did pick up Rock Band 2. I do know that sometimes the Rock Bands and Guitar Heroes will go for a little bit. I believe I picked that up at a garage sale. Can't recall where I picked up the Disney Infinity on the Wii U. Pretty much anything that I find Wii U, even if it's the Disney Infinity, I'll actually pick up. Can always use the cases if it's dirt cheap, or with it being Wii U, it may actually get some value in the future here. Moving on to Xbox, I only have a couple of games here. I actually thought I needed this for the collection. I actually bought this as the swap, and it's the Jade Empire Limited Edition. I thought I actually needed the limited edition. I thought I already had the regular edition, but I actually already had both. I didn't have it set correctly in my phone, so picked this up from a buddy of mine, another vendor at a swap, and so that will be, of course, for resale. And then the next one here, I picked up at a garage sale for, I can't remember, pretty cheap, a couple of bucks, I think, and that is Gears of War Ultimate Edition on the Xbox One. And then moving on to the PlayStation, right before the swap, I actually stopped at a garage sale and picked up a Dirge of Cerberus, Final Fantasy VII. So it's kind of the offshoot of Dirge of Cerberus. I'm sure I mispronounced that. You can have fun with me in the comments. But haven't played this one. Picked this one up for $5. I think it going for like $20. So of course gonna grab it when I can get a little bit of money back on it. This one I actually picked up at a pawn shop. It is Transformers Fall of Cybertron. I actually needed just the manual for my collection. I already had a full copy, or I'm sorry, a copy missing the manual, so I'll, of course, be pulling out of here. This actually holds quite a bit of value. I think I paid like $6 for it, and I think it goes for like 40 complete. But like I said, I'll actually be keeping the manual, and then of course upgrading my copy to be the best out of kind of both of them. Last one here is Star Wars Battlefront Deluxe Edition. Picked that up at a garage sale, couple of bucks. I can't remember the exact amount. So those are all the ones that, actually, I'll go into kind of this other little box over here. I don't know if you can see it on camera here, but it actually has a, let's see if I can actually pull it out here. It's got a complete Wii that's in box. It has all the inserts and such. Looks like it is a little bit of dirty. I'm not quite sure what that even is, but I'll have to kind of clean that up before I sell it. If I remember correctly, it had a kind of a weird noise for the disk drive, and so I'm not quite sure what that is, but it still works just fine. It still reads the discs and can play it and everything, so I may just pop it open to see if I can figure out what that noise is. It might be just a loose piece, or maybe it's like a coin or something like that in the system, so I'll have to kind of see if I want to do that or not. I've never actually opened up a Wii before. I heard that there's actually a lot of screws to get into the Wii itself, so like I said, I've never done it before, so maybe I will, just to kind of get the experience. And I have a couple of friends that actually, will replace the disk drives and that kind of thing with broken Wiis, but like I said, I haven't actually gotten to that point of actually opening one up yet, so maybe with this one I will. Going on to more stuff in this box here. I actually picked up that Wii. I picked up, actually this is going into the collection, so it was just in with the box here. It is a Nintendo Wi-Fi USB connector. It is actually made for the DS, but it actually also works on the Wii, so that's actually why it was with this Wii. And so that was kind of cool. I'm adding that to the collection. I didn't have that. I actually didn't see it when I was purchasing it, so it's kind of a cool kind of bonus when I was going through the stuff. So I'll just stick that back here too. It actually does have some portals for Skylanders, and then it also has, with the system, the Wii wheel. And so I got a ton of those. I always pick those up at thrift stores and such. And then it also has some posters here, and I think they're actually all Skylander posters, if I remember correctly. I think I opened up one or two at the garage sale. So yeah, this is a Swap Force Skylanders poster. And as you'll see, I actually did pick up some Skylander games, but I'll get to those real quick here. And this is another, yep, looks like another Skylander. I think these actually go with the games themselves, so I'll have to, of course, match them up. They were out separately, so I just will, of course, get those matched up, like I said. And so, like I said, I have the portals. I'll just leave those there. With the Wii system, I did pick up some games. Not a single one of them are actually going in the collection, so these are all for resale. Got Lego Batman. Let's see where I should put it there. Lego Harry Potter. Lego Batman 2, DC Superheroes. Super Mario Galaxy 2. It's actually starting to kind of go up in price. Got GoldenEye 007. I don't think that holds too much value. Wii Music doesn't hold very much value. Cabela's Game, Big Game Hunter 2019. I'm sorry, 2002. Well, I can't even read 2012. They had quite a lot of different games here. So we have Sesame Street A to Zoo Adventure. And we have Wii Fit Plus, Call of Duty Black Ops, getting into some of the nicer games to get. Mario Kart Wii, kind of course goes with the wheel that I had earlier. New Super Mario Brothers Wii, and then some of the nicer ones, Mario Party 8, and then Twilight Princess, which doesn't hold a ton of value because I think there's a lot out there. But it's always nice to get that to have in bundles or sell at swaps. Now, I was talking just a little bit ago about the Skylanders. These are actually all going into the collection, so this is one of the main reasons for purchasing all this. I kind of bundled these, both the Wii and these PlayStation games, along with some Skylanders, were all out at a garage sale. I bundled them to try to get a better deal, and so that's how I got all this. So these were actually what I was really after, and so with all the other stuff, I'll certainly be able to get my money back in regards to these. But they're actually all PS4 Skylander games. So this is the Trap Team, and then as you can see, Swap Force, and then Superchargers, and then Imaginators. So these are actually all going into the collection, so that was an awesome pickup. Now, of course, when I get them in the future, those will then be for future or for sale to kind of make my money back, because these actually are worth quite a bit. So I'll actually just kind of stick that behind here. I did actually get a ton of Skylanders, so it's actually this whole box. As you can see, it's kind of a decent sized box filled to the brim of all Skylanders. So I actually paid $100 for the Wii and the system and all the games, and also the Skylanders and the Skylander games. So I'll certainly make my money back, and plus some. Skylanders I actually do pick up if I get them in a bundle like this. I actually haven't ever sold a single Skylander, so I just have a ton of them. At some point, I'm going to actually go through and see what I have for doubles, and then get rid of the doubles. And of course, it's kind of weird, but I've been collecting Skylanders loose. There's a ton of Skylanders to find, but of all the purchases that I've made, I'm probably pretty close to being complete. I don't know. Like I said, I have a ton. Maybe I'll just do a video of me kind of going through all the different Skylanders and such, and so we'll see about that in the future. And then the final thing with this purchase, I'll actually probably I'll get a laugh out of one of my buddies, as long as he's watching this. And James, I got my own Wii Fit Plus board in box. As you could probably tell, it sounds like it isn't quite complete. I think they usually have like a protector or styrofoam or something like that. But this is what I told you that you'd probably laugh about. So I actually already have my own, so stop trying to give me yours. So that's all the stuff that was kind of not going in the collection, excluding those Skylander games. They were just all in that same bundle, so that's why I kind of went through the whole thing. So next I'll be getting into the games that are actually going into the collection. So I'm actually going to start off with a system, and it's actually complete in box, and hopefully it's not in screen yet, so I just want to present it to you guys. So it's an actual a PlayStation 1 system, complete in box. I actually opened it up at the garage sale that I picked it up at, and made sure everything was there. All the manuals are there. It's got a controller, the system, of course. It's in decent shape. It's got a little bit of wear around kind of the edges, of course. That's kind of a normal thing for cardboard boxes and such. So pretty cool to find. The guy knew what he had, so I did pay up for it. I think I paid maybe $10 less than what it was actually going for on price charting, but I figured if anything it will probably go up in price. Never find PS1s in boxes like this, so that's one of the reasons why I picked it up. So that was pretty fun. And then I'll actually get into the games here. Actually, I do have a few accessories as well. I'll just do those quick to get them kind of out of the way. Picked up this camouflage green PlayStation 4, I think, controller. Yeah, PlayStation 4 controller, that would be. And so it looks like it's in good shape. I don't think I actually tested this, but it looks like it's in great shape. Picked that up for $5 at a garage sale, so that was a no-brainer. And then I picked up this Happy Holidays kind of pin set at a garage sale, 25 cents. This is actually the same day that I picked up the PlayStation 1 system, but it was at a different garage sale. So then I'll just kind of start in with PlayStation games here. And so I got this Alundra 2 from another vendor at a swap. We actually kind of did no, I think I purchased this one. There was actually another game that I did kind of a trade with. But if you're watching, thank you, Jason, for the Alundra 2. So that is complete. It's got a little bit of damage and cleanup on the case itself, so I'll have to kind of do that. So going back to the same garage sale that I picked up the box PlayStation 1, they also had PlayStation 2 games and actually some other newer stuff as well. So I did pick up some other games and such from that garage sale. So one of them is actually a import, Japanese import, and I believe this is, if I remember correctly, Ratchet and Clank. I don't recall, sorry, it's Insomniac, and I looked it up when I processed it through and I forgot what it is. So sorry guys if I'm offending anybody. I know a lot of people like Ratchet and Clank, and I think that is one of them, and that's one of the kind of games that I don't know too much about and I've never played. So so another game that I picked up at that garage sale is Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament. It's got a kind of a lenticular cover. So this is actually pretty cool. It's a Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, but it's in a steelbook. I didn't actually know that they had too many steelbooks for the PlayStation 2, so I thought that was actually pretty cool. So it is complete. It looks like it's coming out a little bit here, but it is complete, and so I thought that was pretty cool. So I picked that up. So that was pretty awesome. Got a Superman Shadow of Apocalypse. It's kind of weird how they spell out Apocalypse. It's not the Marvel spelling. And so those were all at that same garage sale as the PlayStation 1. I think I have some other systems as well. Actually, no, I think I have more in here. That's what it is. So I don't think this was one of them. I think this I picked up at a garage sale or a thrift store. So it's a Superbike World Championship. So that was just kind of in the stack there. So this was also in with that bundle with the PlayStation 1 Batman Rise of Sin Tzu. Alright, so that was all of the games that I think I might have actually had one or two more games that I haven't got to yet, but with that PlayStation 1 system. So some other games here going on to other systems. PlayStation 3 is next. Got My Sims Sky Heroes. Picked that one up at, I think, a thrift store or a pawn shop. Of course, I picked it up for less than what it's going for. That's kind of what my rule is for picking up games at thrift stores. And then moving on to the PlayStation 4, we have the Lego Movie 2 video game. Can't recall where I picked that one up. That was probably a garage sale. We got Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I think I have a different version of this. I think there's a couple of versions. I can't remember what the actual other version was or is. And so pick that one up. Pretty sure at a garage sale. Oh yeah, here's another two games that I picked up with the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games in the PlayStation 1 system. So Blasphemous. And I think I just still mispronounced it. This is actually still sealed. That's why I have it in the protector. This was actually, I think, like $5 is what he had for it, and which was surprising because he actually had the PlayStation 1 at the kind of going value. But this, I think, because it's sealed, goes for like $50 or $60. And you guys can comment down below if it's even higher than that. I can't remember the exact amount that it's going for, but it was a crazy good deal, which I was kind of surprised at. And then the next one here was also at that same garage sale, Tempest 4000. That was actually in with the PlayStation 2 games that I picked up. So can't remember. I think I paid like a couple of bucks for each of these games, PlayStation 2 and then this game. And then, like I said, the Blasphemous was more. I think it was like $5 if I remember correctly. So that was actually a pretty good day, especially it was at the end that I picked up that PlayStation 1 system and all the games. So that was quite an awesome pickup and an awesome day. That was probably one of my last good days of garage sailing, so that was pretty awesome. Moving on to other systems here, I have a few Nintendo games, not too many, but at the swap that I picked up the Alundra 2 at, there was actually a guy that came. He was he wasn't a vendor, he was a customer, but he actually brought a box with a system and games for the original NES. And so he was actually asking us vendors if we wanted to purchase any. He actually went to a buddy of mine's first, and so he kind of got the nicer games and was able to kind of make a good deal. Then the guy came over to me, and I picked up American Gladiators. That's going into the collection. It did actually have a pretty rough top label, the fold-over part. I did actually glue that down, and it actually looks pretty good. Still is a little wavy, unfortunately, but it's as good as it's going to get. The next game here is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And then the last one is Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego. And so it was always fun to add NES games to the collection. So of course there wasn't too many there, the three. I don't remember what I paid. I think it might have been like 20 bucks for all three or something like that. I don't remember offhand, but that's always fun. There was actually a couple of other games that I think one of them was complete and it wasn't in the best shape, and so I just kind of passed on that. And then the guy actually went to another vendor and actually sold the rest of the games to that third vendor. So I think the guy was happy because he was just trying to get rid of the games. He didn't really know what they were worth, and he just wanted to get some money out of them, type of thing. So I thought that was pretty fun. Of course, it would have been nice to get some of the other games that the first guy got, but it is what it is. So, all right, now moving on to the Wii and Wii U. So just a couple of filler titles here, at least for the Wii. Junior League Sports, picked that up at a garage sale. Can't remember what I paid for that. And then Black Ops 2 on the Wii U, which I thought I had, but I apparently didn't. Picked that one up at a garage sale as well. So I can't remember what I paid for that one, but getting on to the last set of games here, the last system I should say, which is Xbox. And you guys, if you've watched any of my other videos, I am actually kind of focusing on the original Xbox, so I am trying to get as many of those as I can, especially because they're cheap, easy to find, and kind of fun. I never actually grew up with the original Xbox, so it's kind of fun to get all these games and then I'll eventually get to them. I'm so busy right now with other stuff. I'm actually building some shelving for the game room here, so that's kind of what's taking up a lot of my time. I'm actually helping out with my parents quite a bit as well too, as far as like getting some stuff done before the winter here. So just kind of really busy, haven't been able to game very much. And so hopefully I'll kind of get back into that during the winter here, especially with not having any garage sales to go to, type of thing. So really we'll get into some games. My plan for this winter is to actually get a video set up of me playing Wind Waker for the very first time, because I've never played Wind Waker at all. I've seen some gameplay, but I've never actually played it. I finally did pick up a complete copy at a garage sale earlier this year. Might have actually been last year now that I think about it, but no, I'm pretty sure it was this year. And so now I have an open one. I actually do have a sealed one as well. And so I'll eventually try to get it set up. I have a capture card, so I'm going to try to actually get all that set up so that I can actually record myself playing it for the first time so you guys can see that. So hopefully that will be pretty fun. We'll see. I'm going to try to get some more different kind of videos going in the winter here. Not all pickup videos like I've been doing, just to kind of get more kind of variety with my videos, so you guys are aware of that. And so stick around for that. Thank you everybody who has subscribed so far. I'm at, I think right now I'm at 50. So that was kind of my first big goal. So of course, the next big goal will be 100, and then we'll just kind of go on from there. So please like and share this video with your friends. Liking it is actually helpful for the algorithm that works on YouTube. So if you guys could like this video and like any of my other ones, that's always helpful. So thank you for that if you can. And of course, subscribing is always fun too if you're not subscribed. So thank you guys for all that, and I'll get back into the games here. So like I said, I'll start with the original Xbox. I did pick up a few. I'm actually getting to, I think I'm at 71% with all the games that I picked up from this, and then also from this month as well. So I think I'm getting pretty close to 72%. Still quite a ways to go with that, but it's still pretty fun to find and pick up for the original Xbox. So starting off here, it is the Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. Looks like I got some cleanup to do with this case. Got some just sticker residue all over it here. Next one here is True Crime New York City. Test Drive Eve of Destruction. And I think these first three, actually, I think this next one as well, Fight Club. I actually got at a local video game store, Punch Out Gaming. I actually did a trade for this, for these, and then some other games here. And I'll try to remember which ones. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, but this is the Platinum Hits version, which I didn't have. I do already have the regular version. Also going for the Platinum Hits, or the best of Platinum Hits as well too. So of course just really focusing on the original ones, but then I'll pick these up if I find them and need them for the collection. So those are all the original Xbox being added into the collection. Moving on to the 360. I have actually a few more that I'll maybe grab out. So I thought I had this, but apparently not. I picked up Fear 2. And I think that might have actually also been at that video game store that I just mentioned, Punch Out Gaming. They're actually just in the next city over. This one I know I for sure picked up at Punch Out, Dead to Rights Retribution. This next one I picked up at with that same trade. So because I kind of ran out of Xbox games that I needed, I started looking at the 360. For those of you who don't know, the 360 like servers and such will actually be closing down next year. So go out and get as many 360 games as you can as far as what you need for the collection, because they will likely be going up in price after that, because they will not be available through their servers and through their website anymore. If anybody wants to buy something and play something, they'll actually need to buy it physically. So go out now and pick up any 360 games that you are wanting to grab, because they will be cheaper now than they will be after that closes next year. So that's kind of why I'm getting into the 360 as well. So next one here is Carrier Command. This was all still that same trade that I did, Blood Bowl. And I think, oh no, I think there was a couple more here in that trade. I believe this was part of it, if I remember correctly. Ooh, maybe not. This might have been actually a garage sale. Project Sylphied Arc of Deception. That actually looks pretty fun. This was actually part of that trade. Big Air Edition Stoked. Looks like snowboarding, of course. And then this one I actually got from a buddy of mine for actually helping him out at a swap meet that he was kind of running, or not running, but was in, and he just needed some kind of help to run his booth. So I went up and helped him, set up and such, and also, of course, tear down, and kind of watch over as he was selling something to one person, kind of watching anybody else that came up. So thank you, Brad, for that. And that is Overlord 2. I was going to say Overworld, but it's Overlord. And then at GameStop, I actually picked up Afro Samurai. So if you guys aren't aware, GameStop is now actually buying and reselling retro games again. So I actually stopped there again. Boy, it was even just last night, and picked up a few more, but of course you won't see that until my October pickup video. So I do have quite a few games that I picked up this month, which is kind of surprising with it being getting colder out and getting into the fall season. So I will of course have another pickup video for that, but I'm sure this will probably be like the last pickup as far as a full month for October is what I'm referring to. But last game here, Mass Effect 3 Collector's Edition N7. And I'm trying to remember where I actually picked this up. This might have actually, I think, been at that same swap that I just mentioned that I was helping my buddy with. I actually went and walked around and saw if anybody had any games that I was looking for. It was actually more of a toy swap, but there was also video games. Of course, video games are considered toys as well. So I believe I actually picked this up at that swap, if I remember correctly. And if you remember, Brad, you can certainly comment down below. And I think maybe one or two of the other games that I went through earlier that I picked up at that same swap. But cutting in here, kind of future Zach, I actually had forgotten some Xbox One games that I had picked up as well. So I'll actually just go through those real quick here. Payday 2, The Big Score. Can't remember where I picked that one up. I actually just picked up a sports title, NBA 2K21. That was likely at either a thrift store or garage sale. I will, of course, pick these up to add to the collection, but any sports games, they have to be dirt cheap for me to pick them up. So next one here is actually, some of them actually are, I think, starting to go up in price. Not quite sure. I don't think these are too expensive at this point, but I'm sure they probably will in the future. I needed them for the collection, so I picked them up. I can't even speak now. Just Dance 2019. And then I also picked up Just Dance 2020. This one does have a new song from Frozen 2. I'm not quite sure if that's quite a variant or not, but so that should do it for Xbox One, and I'll cut back to what I was talking about and what I just cut you from. So this will do it, guys. Thank you for watching. Those were all my pickups for September. I know there wasn't a ton, but it's still fun to kind of show you guys what I've been picking up. And next one will actually be a pretty fun one. It's kind of something that's happened again that has what happened in the past, as far as my neighbor helping me out and me helping my neighbor out type of thing. So you guys will have to stick around for that. That will hopefully not be much longer. In regards to that video coming out, I'm going to try to get that out a little bit earlier in the month than this video here, just because I don't think there's going to be too much more pickup for October here. So I will get that out hopefully pretty soon in early November. And anyways, thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for watching. And please like this video. It really helps. And thank you very much. And thank you guys for watching. Like I said, be good and do good.